What do I want? What do I
That's
want?
what I'm asking you.
What's going on, y'all? Y'all, actually, me and Jen are crazy, as you guys have seen and have known.
Yeah.
And we do a lot of crazy things.
Yes.
But right now, we're gonna give you the opportunity to tell us
We're
what
a
you
little
want to
nervous.
see. What do you want to see us do? Right? I'm talking about go crazy, not too crazy. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
We still want to have some dignity
Yeah,
here.
but like maybe you want to see Mudo run around a track in like a onesie or like
Or
do something silly at the grocery.
No, you don't do that. You don't tell that.
Mudo will probably do all of it. So just make sure
No.
you
We
put his
can
name.
we can just blindfold.
MUDOH.
We can blindfold Jen, and Jen can just go to the grocery store blindfolded and just kind of pick out stuff.
Yeah, but here's what you're gonna do.
How about that?
What are they gonna do to tell us what?
All right. So what you're gonna do? If you're watching this video, you are going to text
Text.
YTHSC
One more time.
at YTHSC.
That's
Don't
right.
forget the at.
Oh.
Oh, can you put an at symbol on the screen? I don't know. Okay, so at YTHSC to 81010.
81010.
All right, text that and let us know and say, I want to see Jen do
Like,
beep. All right.
can't wait to hear from
I
y'all.
wasn't cussing. Just tell us what you want to see Jen do, okay? And I promise that we will try to do something
Anything.
that one of you say, and hopefully it's not too crazy. Hopefully our limbs don't get broke. But we love you guys, so we're gonna do it.
Let's hear it.
Youth choice.
Okay, so we got Mudo with some, what do you call this? AirPods? Sorry, I have the hiccups. With AirPods on, and then he's also got infant noise canceling headphones that barely fit his head, but that's okay. Jen, what you are going to do, Jen, you are going to say a word or a phrase, and Mudo is gonna have to guess. And he's also got infant noise canceling headphones that barely fit his head, but that's okay. Jen, what you are going to do, Jen, you are going to say a word or a phrase, and Mudo is gonna have to guess.
Oh my gosh!
What's funny?
Oh my gosh!
What's funny?
I'm playing some volleyball.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, the music. Oh, I'm dead.
Let's go.
And then Jen, you're gonna say a word or phrase, and he's
Okay.
gonna guess it.
Okay.
Okay, take it away.
Ready?
Good. One life. One live. What? Right. Really? One life. Life. Really? No. We. I got it. When life gives you lemons.
Come to my house. Come here.
Good day, mate.
Come here.
Good day, mate.
Lemon.
Good day, mate.
Dimmin.
Good day, mate.
Lemon. Shimmin.
Good day, mate.
Number.
Good day, mate.
Nimmin.
Good day, mate.
What are you doing your head like that?
Good day, mate.
Let me.
Good day, mate.
What? Try one more time.
Good day, mate.
Cayman. What's up, everybody? Love you guys so much. I'm gonna take you back in time for just a second, all right? Take you back to middle school Lexi, okay? Middle school Lexi liked to wear a top knot all the time. I still like a good top knot. I wore knee-high socks. I was just trying to be cool, okay? I was trying to fit in 100%. Actually, me and my friend, one time we wanted to fit in so bad that we heard some other high schoolers. They were like, hey, y'all, we're gonna be sneaking out tonight and we're gonna do something crazy. Me and my friend were like, us hanging out with high schoolers? That's gonna be fitting in. We're so there. So sneak out. Do not do this, okay? And you'll learn why. Sneak out in the middle of the night and we go with these high schoolers. And we're like, hey guys, what are we gonna be doing? They pull up a bucket of water balloons. Okay, pretty fun, pretty fun. Well, they're like, all right, so we're gonna go at the edge of the forest. And so there's a street right here. There's a street going by, and then at the edge of this forest, we're gonna stand right here where no one can see us, and we're gonna throw water balloons at cars as they drive by. Me and her, we didn't even participate really. We just kind of watched. They're throwing water balloons at these cars. Whoa, 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 ha, it's so funny, high fives. And then all of a sudden, one more car comes by, and we decide to throw a water balloon at them, and they realize it's a cop car. So what happens is this cop car turns around, throws his lights on, and puts like his little headlight thing. You know that little headlight thing when you like chase people? Because he couldn't drive up to us because we're like by a forest. So literally, I'm pretty sure I even remember him going like, stop kids, stop. Because we turned around and we just started booking it. We were running through the forest. Me and my friend were looking at each other like, I cannot believe we wore flip-flops tonight. There's mud everywhere. It was crazy. And I learned from that. It was not worth it to try and fit in when that happened. And, get in trouble and all the things, but it was crazy. We will do anything to fit in. Isn't that right? I mean, I know at that point I was willing to do anything to just fit in. But God obviously knows that we have a desire to fit in. And he obviously wants us to know that we already do. So what I learned from this is that we are all willing to do anything to belong and to feel like we belong. And so, okay, I want you to turn to Matthew chapter 3. And we're gonna go to verses 16 through 17. But what's happening is Jesus is getting baptized, which I couldn't imagine being perfect and having to be baptized, but he did it to show us that we need to be baptized. So right after he gets baptized, this is what happens in verse 16. The moment Jesus came up out of the baptismal waters, the skies opened up, y'all, and he saw God's Spirit. It looked like a dove descending and landing on him. And along with the Spirit, a voice said this: "This is my Son, chosen and marked by my love, delight of my life." So what this shows me is that if Jesus got a reminder from God that he belongs, that all the more means we need a reminder that we belong and that God sees us also as his son and as his daughter. And so this is your reminder that you do belong. You belong here. You belong in God's family. And so he just wants to remind you and remind me of that, just like he reminded Jesus in that moment. Something I realized about not belonging, whenever you feel like you don't belong, you get super lonely because you feel like you don't have people around you. Even if you do, we can feel super lonely. And so what I realized is whenever I got lonely, I started filling my time with Instagram. I started filling my time with calling my friends more. I started filling my time with sports and just putting my energy into all of that because I wanted to avoid the fact that I felt lonely. I wanted to avoid the fact that I felt like deep down that I didn't belong. And so what I'm telling you today is that I don't want you to avoid that. I don't want you to avoid that feeling because it's not true. It's absolutely not true. And whenever I look at this story, what God did was literally opened up the heavens and split it open, and a dove comes resting on God and his audible voice is heard. Whenever I was throwing these water balloons at these cars with these people, I wish God would have done that for me. He's never done that for me ever. Has he done that for you? Because I don't know if Jesus or God has ever split the heavens open for anybody else besides God, Jesus, in that moment. So what God showed me is that he actually did do that for me. But it just looked a little bit different. Because not too long after that happened, I actually got introduced to a youth group. I got introduced to a church that they made me feel like I belong because they told me that you belong. You are a son. They didn't tell me I was a son. They said, you are a daughter of God. And so I want you to see this moment right here as God splitting open the heavens for you, as his audible voice is speaking to you through me to tell you that you are a son or you are a daughter of God and that you belong. Let that be this moment for you. Because I don't want you to fill your loneliness with those things that don't matter. I don't want you to waste that time like I wasted that time getting in trouble and trying to fit in with the crowd, trying to post certain things, trying to say certain things, trying to do certain things to make me feel like I belonged, because I promise you it didn't. It absolutely didn't work. The only thing that made me feel like I belonged was God telling me through his servants that I did belong with him and his family. And so what I want you to hear me saying is, number one, we need to admit our desire to belong. What's the title of our series? What do you want? And I know what you want. I know what I want. I want to belong. And so I'm telling you that you do. So let's admit that to God, that is a desire in our hearts, because he put that desire there for a reason, because he knew that he could fill it. So admit it. And then the second thing is tell a friend. Tell someone in your life, hey, I'm really bad at getting on my phone all the time whenever I feel like I don't belong, whenever I get really lonely. Will you help hold me accountable? Hey, mom and dad, will you help remind me when I wake up in the morning that it is not about who my friends are and what people say about me, that I already belong as a son and daughter of the Most High King. So admit it, tell somebody. And the last thing is get connected here at this church at Shoreline City with Shoreline City Youth in middle school. Get connected. And how do you do that? Glad you asked. Text at YTHSC to the number 81010, and that's going to give you updates on every single thing that we're doing, so you don't have to miss out on anything, and you can be a part of this family, because you already are. We love you so much, and I hope that you enjoyed this, but I just want you to know that there's nothing anyone can say or do, nothing that you could even do to earn your spot to belong at God's table. We love you so much.
Good day, mate.
Come in. Oh, it's so hard.
Too hard for her. It's just...
Joe. Zimmon.
Okay. Australian.
Adrenaline. Our youth leader. Australian Labradoodle.
Good day, mate.
Australian.
We're going back.
Okay, going back.
Good day.
Yemen.
We're done with this one. I gotta go to another one.
Does anyone know Australian words? I didn't prepare for that.
I gotta go to another one. That was absolutely terrible. Okay, here it goes.